Hi Tumblr. I started this before and then I got a call from Deborah, so I'm doing it again. So I told you like a month ago, right before I moved, so over a month ago, that I was going to have a video update when I got here, and I never did that, and I'm sorry. But as you guys kind of know, as soon as I got here, everything went really crazy, and I just didn't ever have the time to sit down or do anything, or I've hardly even had any time. I don't know. I've had lots of time. It's not that, it's just I haven't had, I haven't really wanted to talk about stuff, I guess. And I'm finally in a place where I feel that I can talk about stuff, and I want to. And so I'm not gonna, tell you guys about, details or anything or any of that. I just kind of want to share a testimony of the stuff that I've learned in the past month or so. And yeah, just a testimony of how good God is. I'm at home alone in our apartment. This is the apartment. There's mine and Deborah's side of the apartment, and this is the dining room, and the kitchen is right there, and then back behind there you can kind of see the doorway to Michael and Susan's side of the apartment. And Michael is out at a ballroom dancing lesson, and Susan is in Texas visiting her mom, and Deborah is at the the Eastern Gate Prayer Room. So, I'm at home alone, and I just had some dinner, and we painted today, and I haven't painted since I was in high school, so that was really fun. And I'm wearing like a smock, I don't know. Um, Deborah painted with vegetables and fruit, and that was really cool. Yeah, so that's introduction to my thing. Here's actually what I wanted to say. So when I came out here, I had I had an idea of what it was going to be like when I got out here, and the 2 months leading up to me coming out here were really, really hard, and there was a lot of stuff that was kind of going on that even I didn't really know about, that I haven't found out until about the past 2 weeks. But it was, just a lot of stuff going under, and I'm really surprised that, and grateful that God kept me safe, and that He pushed me, and He strengthened me to be able to come out here, and that He strengthened Deborah, and that everything that's needed to come to light did. And I'm really happy right now. I've had some amazing things happen to me in the past couple weeks, and amazing people come into my life that was just totally unexpected, and just really, God's just He's just really amazing. And I've just been learning, I guess, just I've been learning a lot, and my main thing that I've been learning, and that I kind of just really got today, I guess, is that the Lord is really faithful, and He's faithful, and He's trustworthy, and He's the only one who's faithful and trustworthy. And if other people are faithful and trustworthy, it's because He has given that to them, and He is being faithful and trustworthy through them, if that kind of makes sense. Like, I've realized that you cannot give your heart away to another person, and you cannot give your trust away to another person. You have to give your heart to the Lord, and you have to give all of your trust to the Lord. And He knows what to do with it. He knows what to do with your heart. He knows where to lead you to put your trust. But that's only because He's completely faithful, and He knows you. He knows me. And so I guess that's just what I've been realizing lately, is I tried for such a long time to just trust other people, because I thought that that's what I was supposed to do. I thought that if I couldn't trust somebody, there was something wrong with me. And so I started to just trust everybody, and I started to tell everybody everything about my life, and to just wear my heart on my sleeve, and that is the opposite of what the Bible tells us to do. The Bible tells us to guard our hearts, and for a really long time I thought guard your heart was just something that, they said in like purity class to girls to try to get them to not get in bad relationships so they wouldn't end up having premarital sex, but it's so much more than that. It means give your heart only to the Lord. Like, don't let, there's things that need to be kept between you and the Lord. There's things that will always need to be kept between you and the Lord. Even when you're married. And there's stuff that just needs to be between you and the Lord at all times. And you don't have to tell everybody everything. Loving other people doesn't mean trusting other people. It means loving them. It means taking care of them the way the Lord has taken care of you. And, you know, so that I've learned to keep quiet about things to certain people, and I've learned to only tell other people certain things, and I've learned to keep secrets, and I've learned to, not in a hiding and striving sort of way, but in a way that I know that my heart is safe with the Lord, and I know that other people's secrets are safe if they choose to invest in me and they choose to share their heart with me. Then I know that I can share it with the Lord, and I don't have to tell anybody else to get it off my chest, and I don't have to get stressed about it. And so it's something that I've been learning, and I had to learn it in a really hard way, because I had to learn it by completely giving my heart away to somebody that I didn't even know, and came to find out that that person wasn't who I thought they were. And you come to find out that about a lot of people. And I think that we have expectations of people, and we have, you know, I don't know, we have expectations of people, and we think that just because they're telling us one thing, then that means that we can tell them about ourselves, or just because we feel like they're trustworthy, that means that we can open ourselves up to them. And it's not always necessarily bad. There are some people that are trustworthy, but that is because they have learned it from the Lord. And so what I've been learning to do is, rather than constantly spill my heart to everybody who will listen, I spill my heart before the Lord, and then I share it with those people who I feel will benefit from what I'm learning. And the other thing that I've been learning is about the faithfulness of God, and about my own unfaithfulness, and about just how much of my Christian life I have spent trying to be good enough for the Lord, and trying to not fall back into the same sins, and trying to be, faithful. And I wrote about this a little bit earlier, but it's just been really hitting my heart today, because you see so many Christians that are like, I wish I could be better for you, God. I wish I could, I wish I could stop this sin, and I wish I could stop doing this. And God's like, you don't, like, as long as we keep trying to do that, as long as we keep thinking about it that way, rather than thinking about His faithfulness and the fact that He will pull us out of that we can't lean on our own understanding. Like the Bible says, do not lean on your own understanding. Do not be wise in your own eyes. You will fall. Pride comes before the fall. And pride is not just, I'm really good at this, or I'm really this and this and this. It's, I can do this by myself. And and when you have pride, you can't do it by yourself, because, Christ is what holds everything together. Christ is what holds everything together. And so if you're trying to stand outside of Christ, it's all going to fall apart. And it's kind of like a logic thing. And I guess I just don't understand how I didn't get it until now, but I've been just thinking about that today, how He's really, really faithful to us. And even when we're not faithful to Him, and He's the one who teaches us how to be faithful to the Father, and the Holy Spirit teaches us how to be faithful to Jesus, and it's a process, but we can't stand on our own, and it's silly to try to stand on our own. I've also been learning just, I don't know, I've been learning that there are good people out there, and just kind of the stuff that I've been through in the past month or so, or the past 3 months, if I'm being honest. The stuff that I've been through, I was kind of afraid for a little while that I wasn't going to be able to trust after that, because I've had such bad trust issues since, before. With everything else that I've been through, I was kind of like, okay, this is it, like, if but it kind of was the opposite, because it taught me the stuff that I was saying, just a few minutes ago, that, God is the only one that I can trust, and He's the only one deserving of my heart, and He's the only one who really wants my heart. There's a lot of selfish people, and there's a lot of, we're all sinful and we're all fallen, and when we try to help each other, when we try to love each other outside of God, even for a second, it doesn't work, and we end up using each other, and we end up failing each other. And that's the way that it's supposed to be, because we're supposed to be completely dependent on God, and He wants all of our hearts, and He's jealous for us. And that's just kind of what I've been learning. And I've also been learning how to forgive, like truly, truly forgive from my heart, and truly just start over again, and not hold any of the things that people have done against them. And yeah, it's a big process, and it's been long and it's been hard, but I'm really happy. And it's God tore away all of the stuff that I was desperately trying to cling to, and now I look back and I'm so glad that He did, because the stuff that He has for me now, the stuff that He's been giving to me, the people that He's placed in my life, and the you know the resurrections of old friendships before things fell apart. It's been really lovely and beautiful, and I am just amazed at His faithfulness and His goodness. And yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. So I love you, and you're all really wonderful, and I hope to talk to you soon. Yeah, if you need anything, just go to my Ask box, and I will get back to you promptly. I will try. I really, really have been. Yeah. All right. I love you guys. God bless you. And good evening, good morning, wherever you are.